Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Binary Life, which is the channel for which multiple algorithms and data structures problems are going to be solved so that you can have an idea of how the walkthrough and thinking process is. Today, we're going to be solving the shifter words algorithm on Codewars. So let's try to read it rapidly and get the idea of what the question demands from us. So you probably know that some characters written in a piece of paper after turning this sheet 180 degrees can be read, although sometimes in a different way. So uppercase letters, this set here, after rotation are not changed. The letter M becomes W and W becomes M. We will call a word shifter if it consists only of these letters. So find the number of unique keyword, the unique shifter words in the input string. So we're given these words here. So we have to check if how many words in this sentence has all the letters belonging to this list. This is the list I've highlighted. You can add W and M there. So we have two. Which are the two? We have SOS and in. SOS is made of SO and S, which is inside this list here, and into inside there is not part of the list because we don't have the E, for example. So the first approach here is to create the base case for which we are doing the test. Let me just call it the base. The base is made up of the base is an array made up of these characters, including capital M and capital W. So what are we going to do? We have to loop through this string given into parameter. I'm going to put this string so that it's easy to understand. str. We are going to loop through this, go through this string and get each word. That is, we will have to do something like, in order to get the words, we have to split it. We have to split the string using a space. So from this example, it's going to give us an array of 4 words, and then for each, then we're going to loop through each word of that string. And what are we going to do about the words? We are going to, after we have now the words, we're going to loop through each word, and inside the words we're going to loop through each character. So what am I going to do? I am going to check if every character, so let me just call this the check. I'll put it inside here. So I'm going to be checking if I get the word and I split into, this is not a space, this is tight like this, so it means we're going to return an array of characters. If I check, if I'm going to check if every character as a JavaScript keyword, if every letter or character, if you wish, if every letter is included in the base, that is, if the base includes every letter, something like that. Now I'm gonna check if so when you say every, it's gonna loop through and it's going to return a boolean if the conditions, if every condition here returns true. So remember, we're checking each character. So if the check is positive, then we have to, you see here we have 2 words. It means we're supposed to have like a counter that returns the number of words that validates our condition. So let me put a counter here, initialize it to 0. So if the check is valid here, I'm going to increment the counter. at the end I can console log the counter and most likely return it. I'm just console logging so that we can visualize. Let's test. So we have a failure for this. Yeah, it says wrong answer. He was expecting 2. The same here, he was expecting 2, but we have 4. And this is an empty string here. We have 1, he was expecting 0. So I think it should be 0 for empty string. Let's just deal with that case rapidly. In the very beginning, that if the string is empty, if the length is equal to 0, then we can return 0. That's simple. That deals with that case. Now for this other particular scenario, we can see that it doesn't deal with duplicate words who appears 2 times, so I can guess that's why we have a 2 expected. The same here, we have a 2 expected because there are 4 words, but there's just a repetition. So we have to look for a way to remove duplicates. So how can we do that? This is not very aligned, so it's good to have some clean coding. Okay, so before looping at these words here, we will have to eliminate duplicates, and I'll go to the console and tell you how to do that. That's what I've been testing here before registering the video. So if we have let's do another test. So if we have a string made up of 1 2 3 4 and 5. Oh, sorry, I'm going to push a duplicate inside that string array. Let's push 3 again. So my str array looks like this. There's a duplicate 3. Now I can convert. If I convert to a set, that's how we eliminate duplicates. I can convert to a set, which is converted like this. New set, I pass my array inside. Oh, set is already used. I was using up there. Let's give another. Let's just say ss is my set. This new set str. Now ss looks like this. You can see there's no double 3, so there's no duplicate. So if I bring it back to an array, let's just call it my array. How to convert back that set to an array? We just use the spread operator and pass in the set. Sorry about this. We pass in the set and my array looks like this. So that is what we can do. So I'm going to create another variable s2, which is going to convert this given string into a set str, and then str2 is going to be the new array. So I'm going to spread it furthermore. So I convert to a set, it removes the duplicate, and then I do the spreading, and we get a new array that doesn't have duplicate words. And remember, this was a sentence str, so in order to remove duplicate words, it needs to have been splitted into separate words like this. So str.split here, this inner parenthesis splits it into words, and then the set removes duplicate, and then I transform it back into simple words. So I can now loop through the str to below, and no need to split because it has already been split up. So I'll just use the for each and loop through, and this should be good to go. Let's test. Right, I can remove the console log and let's attempt, and I think we nailed everything, so I can just submit, so that as usual we can see if there's some intuitive now this is great. This is a wise one. This comes from, this is a regular expression. I can't remember right now, but I think this is a list that we're checking the group of words from. And this is crazy. So we're taking the string that was given as a parameter, and we are matching that each word corresponds to this is inside this group of letters here. We just need to revise our regular expression, and then if there are duplicates, we convert into a set, and then we count. This is very clever solution. This is the same thing, and this is something like the one we did, just a little bit shorter. I think it's pretty much the same thing, just compacted into one word, into 3 lines, because we have a base case here, and then we have all the splitting and converting to set, and reconverting back to array, and then mapping. That is why we use the for each. Here he decided to map, and then he checked if every character is included in the base case, and then here he returns it deals with the empty string case that we dealt in the very beginning. So that's it. If it's not an empty case, then we can just count this array. Well, he decided to count the array. We had a counter that was tracking. We could have done the same thing here. This is still regular expression. This is very hard to debug because it's long on one line. This is crazy. This is like something as logic as we did. We have a base case scenario here, and then we have just evacuating as we did also the empty string, and then here we have the splitting and converting into cert and back to array. We use the spread operator to convert from array, but this is another way. If you use array from and then we pass in a set, is going to convert it back to array instead of using the spread operator. This is just the same thing with the, just using different functions like the map. Like we use the for each, we can use the map, and here we choose the every to check if something includes. So here he checks the index, because if you are looking for an index of an item in an array, if it returns -1, it means it's not present. We can do a rapid test. So this is my array here. If I say my array of 0, let's see. Oh no, if I say my array dot index, so what is the index of 5 in my array? It's 4 in let's see, 1 0 is it? Remember, JavaScript arrays are 0 base index, so we have 0 1 2 3 4. So if I check for 5 is at index 4. Up, it's a point, it's a dot. 5 is at index 4. If I check for 55, it's -1 because there is no 55 in my array. So this is a technique to check to, as we use includes. This is another technique. So I'm going to stop here and see you on another video for another cool algorithm challenge. So I just ranked 5Q in JavaScript, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you guys.